Hello. Hi guys. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to do a timeless and collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But just remember, it's a general reading. So see which signs and symbols resonate for you that help bring you some kind of clarity to whatever you're wondering or concerned or confused about. This could just broaden your perspective, seeing something in a totally different light, in a new way, or narrow your focus on something you could be missing. But in the end, you trust yourself. Trust yourself. You have that own inner divine guidance inside of you. The answers are always inside of you. So in the end, always try to make balanced decisions between intuition and intellect, so you make sound decisions that are based in love. Love for the highest and the greatest good of everybody. So all of us, everybody's uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. Let's begin. We're gonna start with the tea leaf fortune cards. It's a big ass deck, so I'm gonna split it into like 3. And let's get some general overall energy coming through for the collective. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Energy coming through. What we need to see. What can you put into focus for us, for the collective? For marriage, angel, carriage. Just make me think of that song Love and Marriage from, like, what is that, like, what is the old show on TV? Love and Marriage. What is that show? You know the show. If you know the show, put it below where the Love and Marriage song is at the beginning. I can't remember the name of it. And ant, work, achievement, success, a journey, either physical or mental. Angel is spiritual guidance and protection from harm. And I guess marriage is self-explanatory. So this could be a union. Some of you are married. Maybe some of you are going through a divorce. Maybe some of you are thinking about getting married, or that's going to come into the future. But whatever situation this is, it is divine. There is a divine change or union coming through. You're receiving deep spiritual guidance on this situation. You have protection as you move along. The carriage makes me think of the chariot. So that's big victory. This is really getting on your horse, getting on your chariot, and handling different energies with ease. I feel like it's always the emperor or the empress that can ride the chariot. So maybe you really found, or you are having this connection with your emperor or your empress. You know, I hear the one. Ant is work, achievement, and success. So maybe whatever this could be also a marriage between you and a job. You know, it's a union somehow. So it doesn't always have to be a person. It can be something that is really meaningful to you. But whatever this is, I feel like you're both in, like, able, wanting, willing, and able to work together. This is somebody you work really well together with. Work, achievement, and success. It could be about work, but I feel like the ant can carry, like, way more than its body weight. So whatever is going on that feels maybe heavy, or like it's a load, it's too much, you can do it. You can carry this. Or maybe you and this person together can handle a tough situation. We'll get more clarity on these cards. Let's go to a different pile. Clarity on marriage, angel, carriage, and ant. Now I hear Angel by Sarah McLachlan. For the collective. These cards tend to jump, so I'm going to see if we get any jumpers. As I say that, I'm not getting any jumpers. So let's see. There we go. 3. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Lots of energy just came through. All right, we have the ladder, climbing towards success. So something successful is coming through. If those steps feel like they're too high, you know, on that ladder, make each step a little bit smaller. Quill, getting back to the basics. I feel like this is the foundation, but quill makes me think of communication and writing something down, contracts, plans, door. Opportunities are waiting for you. So it could be going through a door that you're familiar with, or maybe a door closed, and a door that looks a little bit unfamiliar, but maybe feels right is going to be opening up. I hear answer the call, answer the phone, answer that email. Now I see somebody, like, I know it's a door, but I see somebody like crawling through a window. So maybe you're going through the back door, you know, you're getting through or into something, maybe an unusual way. Stork, this is news of a birth of a business opportunity. Even though stork usually relates to children, this is business. So maybe this is a partnership or a marriage where you can start a business together, or it's having, yeah, I'm getting like a business partnership, but maybe it's also involving a marriage. New business opportunity. Like it's like a new birth of something, a new idea. I just heard patent. So maybe you have an idea for something that you can patent. That was interesting. Wind chimes. Oh, I love this. I love this card. I have a wind chime tree on my maple, and I find it the most beautiful thing. I just love to hear the wind and like the sound of nature outside my bedroom. So maybe some of you have a wind chime, or you're getting a wind chime. You can get wind chimes that are like tuned to specific planets as well. Like I have a wind chime that's Venus, a wind chime that's Earth, and all the planets. I'm thinking like music of the spheres right now. So if you know what that is, it's like the tones of the universe, or of the different levels, like planes of existence, the different dimensions, our chakra system, the planets. So wind chimes, peace and harmony. So there's a way to have a really nice and peaceful and harmonic business idea, adventure, partnership. And then you got the hammock. Also like belongs on a tree. I'm getting a lot of tree energy. Taking a vacation physically or mentally, like taking a break, taking a pause. Maybe you're going on vacation with somebody, or planning a time away, like a little retreat. It could be just a couple hours, you know, a couple hours where time falls away. Oh, it just feels like wonderful. I just see like rocking back and forth on a swing, like with the wind blowing. Show you these. That's a lot of cards, and I didn't even get to the third pile. Hammock, wind chime, stork, door, quill, ladder, ant, carriage, angel, marriage. Let's get something from this deck. Clarity on all these cards for the collective. What's going on? What do we need to know? Helpful energy. One jumper. May. Oh no, 2. May and club. So maybe something is happening in May, or you have a May birthday. May. Like, I just hear like, may I have this dance? That was weird. Like, may I? It's like maybe you feel like you're asking permission, or you have to ask permission on something, or it's being polite about how you approach something. And then you have club. So interesting. We got this. We have club is, I mean, it's not like club. I mean, maybe it involves a club. Maybe you're doing something in a club, like a nightclub. But here it's someone will try to make you do something against your will. So somebody wants to try to manipulate or force energy on you to make you make a decision, or it could be a gentle coerce where they, I don't know, I'm getting where they come across as all nicey, but maybe their intentions are not so much. Maybe they have their own agenda on something that they think is good for you, and only you know what's good for you. So you need to really use your discernment when you start to feel maybe something a little weird about somebody's energy or why their intentions are to try to get you to do something. I don't know. I see like a wedge, like almost like a wedge of cheese, but a wedge. So maybe a wedge, you know, maybe somebody's trying to, like, you know, get in between you and somebody else, or you and your opportunity. I feel like you're strong enough that nobody can make you do something against your will. We have free will. So if you feel something's not right for you, then you need to make, you know, good, healthy boundaries. This is really saying no, or maybe exiting this situation. Don't be involved in it. If it feels weird, it's not for you. I feel like there's spikes on this here. It looks like a weird piece of chicken with spikes. Maybe somebody's being a chicken, or you're being a little bit of a chicken, or someone else is, by standing up. I think you need to, I'm getting like, put on your big boy pants, put on your big girl pants, and, you know, do what's right for you. There's something here. I'm going back to this angel, this spiritual guidance you're getting, that there's something really beautiful for you. So don't let anyone dimmer your beauty, your talents, you know, your desires, or you're really feeling that there's something that is a blessed situation, and it's, you know, I don't feel like others should have a say in what you know is good for you. Make you do something against your will. I mean, they're going to try. It doesn't mean they'll succeed. So let's get clarity. We're going to move. Let's go more obscure. We're going to go more obscure. I have the Mystical Moments Oracle. Let's do one card and see what kind of, like, I'm getting like a portrait, what kind of picture, what kind of tapestry comes through of energy for the collective. Morning dew girl. So maybe something happening in the morning. I feel like this is, I just see somebody like not having enough water or nourishment, and they put on, this is the weirdest thing I just saw, like they put on like sponges around their shoes, and then they walk out in the like morning dew in the grass, and like absorb all of this moisture, or this maybe emotion. So maybe there's emotion coming through in the morning. Fresh water. I see her gathering these water drops here on the leaf. It just made me think of, like, I don't know, weird survival shows where you take the water, you get the fresh water from nature. Morning dew, fresh energy, newness. Tomorrow is a new day. It's 13. That brings you to a 4, which is stability. It's a solid structure. I'll show you this card. I hear a new dawn. Let's get clarity on this card. Also, all the green energy in this card. I mean, it makes me think of Mother Nature, but I think of the heart chakra. So maybe your heart chakra is opening up. Maybe you meet somebody that's just making your heart sing, or this opportunity coming into your world is like really blessing your heart. It's like making all of your energy move like effortlessly. Like, it's like, I don't know, I almost see like if it was your chakras, it's almost like you had some mud, you know, the morning dew, like you had like mud stuck on your, if you picture it as a fan, you know, and it's like there was mud on the fan, and whatever happened, it's like you hit the on button and that mud, or those, maybe it was like just stagnant energy, or maybe it was like a lower vibration, or maybe grudges that we were holding. Maybe there's forgiveness on something, or a newness, and it like like takes all that mud and like just slaps it out of there, and all of a sudden your fan, your heart is just spinning perfectly. All right, let's get clarity on that. That was kind of weird to see from that card. One more obscure card. New direction. Oh, beautiful. So here there's like a dandelion. So it's like, maybe you already made this wish. You already had this desire, and then you allowed it to go out there and just did other things with your energy and your time, and just trusted that this divine, I'm seeing divine timing, was going to come back to you. Like I see like a grand orchestration. You're floating here on a hat. It's like a magic hat or a top hat. That just made me think of the song Black and Gold by Sam Sparrow. And I feel like there's really interesting lyrics in that. Like the fish came out of the ocean, they grew legs, and they started walking, and something else. So when songs come through, I feel like there's something important in the lyrics there. So maybe look that song up. But I feel like maybe in the video he's dancing in a top hat. I'll show you this card. So it is a new direction. It's like hopping that branch or going down, you know, you had the crossroads, you could continue to go that way, but there's something telling you, something inside of you that's either telling you to go a different way, or you're getting like, you know, direction somewhere, maybe in your world, the right direction to turn and go a different way, walk down a different path, try something new. Wherever it is, you're floating free. It looks like you're leaving this part of you behind that was a growth at once, but you're taking the parts of you that are new now and going somewhere different. I feel like you're going with the flow wherever it brings you. Like however this new thing comes through and changes you is taking you to the right place. You're flying above a situation. You're seeing the bigger, broader perspective here. So let's see. Let's get a card. All right, so I mentioned earlier, or in a different reading, about the vice versa tarot. So I thought I'd bring it out. Let's do the vice versa tarot. I actually have two different decks that are the same deck. So we'll clarify with the same deck and see how they layer. Let's start with my old deck here. Let's start with my original vice versa tarot. Get some clarity. It doesn't even shuffle well. It's been used so much. Get some clarity for the collective on new direction, morning dew. I just heard just the two of us with the morning dew again. Bill Withers, or not Bill. Is it Bill Withers? Just the two of us. Making castles in the sky, there's something about the morning dew. I think that's Bill Withers. If I'm wrong, put it below. Card for the collective. Clarity on new direction. That's 45. That brings you to a 9, which is almost completion. Clarity for the collective. And we have the 7 of Rods. So standing up for yourself on something, standing up for something you really believe in, that you trust in, that you know, having the higher ground in a situation. You are the one that has the higher ground on this. You know, but here he doesn't look like he's super defensive. It doesn't look like you're ready to strike. It just looks like you hold the strength to protect something or to handle something if need be. Because all all these rods that are underneath this guy aren't really like going at him. They're just kind of there. So maybe there's others holding them, you know, or they could just be laying there. On the back, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone else here. So maybe you feel like all these energies were like gonna come at you, but maybe they laid down their like battle weapons because there's nobody else here. On the back, I'll show you the back. You know, it's like morning, night. And on the back here, there's a shield. There's the stars in the sky, and the clouds are dissipating, like they're going away. And there's all these weapons that have just been like surrendered on the ground. And you're just standing there at maybe like at the old battleground. I just heard love is a battlefield. This guy still has his helmet on, but he doesn't have armor on. He's got like his exposed, like sexy legs here. So something is exposed, like you're allowing yourself to, you know, feel free and be able to move through a situation. The red cape makes me think of the base chakra. So that is that instinctual survival thing you have inside of you, but it's also like passion, you know? Let's get clarity. Clarity on the Seven of Rods. I just heard like a sports announcer when I said that, like, and here they come around the bend, and they are coming through, and number 3 is getting faster, and like that kind of thing. So maybe you are, I don't know, watching some kind of sport where they have an announcer. So that was like a sidetrack. Clarity on the Seven of Rods. Having the higher ground. Maybe you felt defensive in the past, but now that everything like burdens are laid down and all the weapons are laid down and the battle is over, you feel better about your decision to stand your ground in this direction that you're going. Clarity on the Seven of Rods. And we have another 7. So yeah, there was something that was confusing before. Either you or somebody else. Somebody was stuck in illusion land. You know, like so many scenarios, so many choices, so many dreams. They could be this and this could be that. And eventually you have to get out of that wishy-washy energy and choose. So maybe if you haven't made a choice yet, it's time to choose. You know, you have all of these cups over here. What's in that cup? What's in that cup? What's over there? What's going on? I'm so confused. I'm in illusion land. And then you have this, where you have this one thing, this like inspiration coming through, or this advice coming through, this connection. Somehow I feel like it's a spiritual advice that's kind of giving you a little like, maybe choose that one cup, that's the one, that's the winner. And if that cup isn't good, you can choose a different cup. But I like her face. So getting out of this energy and making a choice, or somebody else is getting out of that energy and maybe finally ready to make a choice. Because when you just sit there in scenario land and you don't actually make a choice and you're just stuck on the fence, you're really not going to get an answer, because it's all just what ifs. It's not like solid things, not tangible experiences. So 2 7s, I feel like 7 is a spiritual number too. It's when we have growth in our spirit, we are elevated somehow. I feel like it's like change, but it creates like inner change. Clarity on the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Rods, and then we'll go to the other vice versa deck. All right, so we got the King of Rods. So, I mean, this guy's not usually wishy-washy with his decision-making. He is so passionate and creative and, like, sexy. Like, he's, like, a sexy guy or gal. It's a masculine energy, but he's super, super confident in his decisions. When he has plans and something creative and something that he wants to put that energy into, I mean, he knows how to do it. He just does it. But here you're sitting down on something solid. There's a salamander here. Maybe a salamander. Oh, it's interestingly enough, It's a spotted salamander, and I have one or two that for the last couple of years live on my basement stairs underneath the moss. And I'll show you this. Can you see it? Can you see it? They're like, where's the camera? You can kind of see it here. See it? They're like this big. And apparently they live for about 15 years in captivity. And the only way, they don't breed in captivity well. So the only way to actually find one is to find one in nature. And the first time I ever saw this guy, it was a like colder season and it wasn't moving. And I thought it was just dead. And then it like slowly moved. So I guess they hibernate. So maybe there was a hibernation that happened and now the flame is coming through and that passion is striking to do something after hibernation, after a pause, after contemplation, and, you know, learning to see something on the higher ground. It's also a lot of red energy here and green. Let's get clarity on this. It could be a fire sign. It's a fiery energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, but it doesn't have to be. Let's move along. I'll show you what's at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Rods. More rods energy. Whoo, lots of passion going on, guys. There's lots of passion. This is a beautiful partnership. It's a beautiful dance together under the gazebo. Sometimes this is a wedding or a party, but if it's a relationship or a moment, it is a moment that is able to build a beautiful structure on, because it's a solid foundation here. I see the grapes, and that makes me think of abundance and community. And I see like a grape, like a vineyard. So maybe some of you live near a vineyard, or it has to do with wine or going out to dinner. I see the sun here too. And I feel like you're clapping. Like there's like clapping. I don't know. I just hear like music that's so incredible. Like you're clapping, you're getting into it, you're dancing here. So maybe it is about a marriage. I mean, that's a lot of times what this card represents. But you have to remember that this card just represents that moment, that day. You do have to think about what is to come. The daily day, the things that come after the actual marriage day. Let's see. Let's go to the same deck, but a different, you know, a different deck. Vice versa, but a new deck. Clarity. Let's get clarity on each card. Start with the clarity on the Seven of Rods. Clarity on the Seven of Rods. What is this about? Having higher ground, maybe feeling defensive, or maybe somebody else is defensive too. All right, so, I mean, whatever this higher ground is here, or battle weapons being released, put down, is bringing you to the Six of Swords, which is having mental clarity to leave a situation into smoother waters. It's a journey. It's going somewhere new. It's learning to navigate your ship, your situation, so the storms don't affect you as much later. You know how to handle these storms. So you're taking all of, I mean, it's kind of cool. There's just a couple here. It's not a bunch of people. It's just like, it looks like a masculine and feminine energy together. It does look like there's a storm, a brewing, but they look calm. And if you look at this side, you see the storm is going away. But I never noticed that in this particular deck, she's holding a big chalice. Wow. So it's combining something that is emotional. She has this like emotional cup of potential love that is being like, it's coming along for the journey. So even though this is like communication and mental and thoughts kind of energy, there's an emotional thing that's being brought with you. You're taking this Ace of Cups, this new start of love. Maybe you're, you know, starting something new, a new relationship, a new like compromise. a new commitment, a new job, a new chapter. Let's get clarity on the Seven of Cups. Confusion, illusion, mystery, not choosing. Clarity on the Seven of Cups. All right, so maybe a reunion. Nice. All right, I like the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, so it's also a progression, 6 to 7, but you're going backwards, 7 to 6. Whatever this is, it could be a blast from the past. This is a connection to a soulmate energy, connecting to something from your childhood. I mean, in this deck, there aren't any children. It's an adult couple. It's like this pretty little girl, this pretty woman is just like swimming in the moat in the town. She's like, I'm gonna go for a swim in the moat. and like this sassy guy comes up and he's like, hey, what you doing swimming in the moat? Is the water nice down there? But they're just like saying hello. So this is somebody saying hi to you. It does look like there's somebody on this side that's concerned up here, like, what's going on down there? You know, is there somebody swimming in my moat? So, oh, that was really weird. But there's a bridge. So there was a bridge across something. There is building a bridge, a way through, a way across, a way to connect, a way to communicate. There's a hello here. And sometimes if this is somebody coming into your world that maybe you haven't met yet, there's that kind of energy where you meet them and you don't know how it is that you feel like you have always known them. So maybe you did. Maybe you knew them. Maybe you were married in a past life. Maybe you had, you know, I hear intimate. You know, so intimate connections somehow before maybe you ever are intimate together. You just know there's something about this person that you connect to. So I also feel like with Six of Cups, it's a reunion. It's like a retrograde, hearing back from somebody, reconnecting somehow. But there's always an innocence because on the other decks, there's always children. So there's always like an innocent love there. It doesn't necessarily have to be platonic, but it feels just innocent and youthful and fresh and vibrant and real and easy. It's like easy. So, I mean, if this is clarity on the 7, maybe you're hesitating reconnecting to someone, or you had all these ideas from maybe past experiences, what it would be like now, and maybe now it's going to be different. I mean, this could just simply being like having, you know, all of these people that you want to reconnect to and just having a phone call come in from one of them, or deciding to finally give that person a call and make a reconnection. But let's get clarity on the King. So that's the only court card that came through. Maybe it requires you to get that burst of confidence and sexiness in you and a little bit of passion to reconnect or to move forward. You also have two. That's cool. Wait, I was going to say that's cool, but right here is the Queen. So we have a divine couple. It doesn't have to be fire, fire, but they match. There's a match here. You also have, check this out. You have the 7 and the 7, and then the clarifyings are the 6 and the 6. And now if we go this way, it's at the bottom of the deck here, you have a match. So the King and the Queen of Rods, she's amazing. I mean, he's the masculine energy, so he's not afraid to pursue, you know, to make the moves, you know, do a little like confident, like he's confident. He knows he's going to get a yes. You know, there's definitely a confidence there. I mean, who wouldn't want to be with him, you know, or her? Like, there's just confidence. You just know. And then there's this. So she or he, however this works for you, is confidence in a different way. She is the come hither kind of confidence that she doesn't really even, she's creative and passionate. And, you know, I feel like there's sexy energy with both of these, but she just, almost doesn't have to do anything for the right connection to come to her. It's like a magnet. I mean, these two are going to be like magnets to each other. Like no matter what happens, they're just going to want to keep coming back to each other. And she has her eyes closed here, so she doesn't even have to push anything to happen. This is a very strong feminine energy. So it's strong. She can pursue if she wants to. She can do it. She can make action. She can make magic. She can make things happen. But it's usually that things just fall at her feet, just from her being who she is. She's the one that's the example to others. She is this passionate energy that just makes others want to light their own fire, to like have that excited energy to try something on their own. She is confident. So, I mean, that came through. We're going to take that card, but let's pull another card of clarity on these two here coming through. Clarity on the King and the Queen of Wands. I just had something really weird too. I feel like I see this one having a really good career, the woman or the feminine energy, like almost being in a career woman, or being around, like doing something where she almost has to wear or exude a masculine energy, maybe at work, because she like handles a lot, or she's the boss, or she should be the boss, or she just is who she is, and just like, she just inspires others by being who she is. But there's still almost like, I'm getting her having a masculine energy somewhere. And then I just saw this, like her coming home and then just kind of putting that masculine energy down, so that she can be the counterpart, or there's like a balance in that magnet of the masculine and the feminine, and then becoming like really super like nurturing and feminine. And I don't know, I just see like maybe outside of these two being together, they both have an alpha energy, but they come back together somehow. So it could be the opposite, guys. It could be the opposite. If, the feminine comes home and then is the one that like wears the pants in a situation, and he likes to, have like a little bit of control put upon it. Whatever it is, there's still got to be a balance somewhere. So I feel like if they're both alphas at one place, they still come back to each other and find a balance. Maybe he goes back and forth with this couple. Maybe they just, have that good sense of like, let's just switch it up, guys. All right, I'm getting weird visions now, so let's clarify these two. What's going on with this couple? All right, so maybe it is about marriage. We got the Hierophant. So it's rules. It could be about work. The Hierophant could also be school, institutions. It's taking that higher level of divine energy and bringing it back to earth to make it work. It's grounding it. So traditionally it was like the priest. You had to go to the priest to find out what God would say to you, but you could just ask. You don't always have to go through you don't have to go through any other source other than you to find your own divine answers in the universe or God. But this could be finding guidance. So it could be like, maybe they're getting guidance somewhere. But I feel like with the Hierophant, it's when rules are in place for something, whether that's a school or a business or a job or an institution or a project or a marriage or a family to work well together. Rules are there for a reason, because they help everything run smooth. But sometimes we need to turn this guy upside down and something happens and you need to rewrite the rules. It worked before, it's not working now. How can we change it so it works again? And then I'm also getting just like unconventional partnerships. So what works in one marriage, it could be a totally different situation for a different couple. Or if you were in one situation and now you're with somebody else, it could be just totally different. Maybe take the things that worked, you know, and discuss it, but you can create your own rules. You know, it's not for anyone else to get in your business to know what works for you. So if you need to rewrite these rules in this situation for what works, rewrite them. You have this beautiful like child on the other side, and then you have, it's almost like the goddess of fertility here and an apple. The apple makes me think of the center and the pentacle, and there's actually a pentacle here too. You have the sky. So behind here, there's something that you're birthing or growing together. It could be an actual child, you know, having children, or maybe somebody already has children and maybe you're blending families or starting a family. And this baby is like holding a key. Innocence. So maybe it's not about tradition here. Maybe it's that innocence of a child to just ask questions. To have that like wide-eyed, childlike way of just wonder. You know, it might not be what you were told. Sometimes we are taught something growing up and we have these traditions, and then we have experiences and it's like, phew, like I always thought that something had to be that way, and maybe it doesn't at all. You know, it's like meeting a different friend, or, you know, having somebody that's from a different culture, or, you know, maybe a different religion or ethnic background, or a place in the world, or a different, anything that's different. And that communion or that conversation just like totally changes how you saw something that you believed. You know, our beliefs can always change and grow and change. I said change twice. And there's one key on the back, but there's two keys in the front. So maybe keys are important. It made me think of a new car, or keys to maybe a new office space, or maybe a new house, or maybe you're giving keys for your house. Maybe somebody's moving in, or they're giving you a key. Whatever he's holding here, this Hierophant, it looks like a road sign to me. So it does look like crossroads. And then one is holding a candle, one is having self-illumination and guidance on the path, and the other one is gaining knowledge. So it's like somebody's reading directions or reading how to do something, you know, gaining knowledge, and then using that knowledge with who you're with, and they help, you know, you like talk about what you just read and they help like, oh, we could do that. And it's almost like they have the idea on how to use that knowledge and move forward. Whew, okay. What's at the bottom? 8. So at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Rods. Wow, I like the Pegasus. Sometimes I dream about Pegasus. Like I've flown on a Pegasus before in a dream, and it's carried me sidetracked, but maybe this is important for you guys. Like I've had it, like I'm driving and the Pegasus came down to my car and I jumped on the Pegasus and it took me out of the stratosphere, out of this world, past the moon, past the other planets, into like another galaxy, and then like halted and turned around, and I could see the entire galaxy, or like the Milky Way, looking back from the other way and seeing the Earth way over there, and was kind of like just chillaxing with Pegasus out there in the universe. And then all of a sudden I got like sucked back into the Earth. Oh, wow. So maybe a Pegasus in particular is important for you. It's also 8 is something coming really, really fast. This is a lot of messages, a lot's happening. Something's coming towards you. I feel like it's like the, you know, when you hit like, almost like the email, like if you have like, I'm getting like a schedule for work, you know, and everybody is in this group email or text or something. And once it hits send, like everybody gets it at once, but it could be the other way. All of that information, all of that energy, those messages, sometimes this is like Cupid's arrows. So getting a lot of love, like a lot of changing all at once. A lot is coming towards you. It could be going out too, but something does happen really fast. There's lightning here. It happens like a strike of lightning. Whew. Okay. So I hope that brought some clarity to you guys. Let's get like maybe one more angel answer cards, clarity for the collective. These are just really simple cards. Let's see. Well, apparently it's about direction, and it's making, you know, okay. So, you know, so many options, but it's time for you to choose. It's time for you to move. It's time for you to go in a certain direction, to write some rules that are different, to reconnect with somebody. You know, a lot is going to come your way, but whatever this is going to bring you back to, you know, I'm getting like really cool, easy breezy, like energy. So a partnership somewhere that's going to feel like you're just swinging on the hammock. You know, you have these doorways that are opening up for you. Getting back to basics, you know, having that solid foundation first, like starting on a solid structure, step by step up this ladder, maybe little by little, being able to handle a lot together. I'm getting, you know, this carriage, a journey. You're taking a journey, and it's time to choose a direction. So it is a different direction than what you were going before. You're going a new way. At the bottom of the deck, you have look for a sign. So maybe it's in music, maybe it's on a billboard, maybe it's a conversation you have that's the right person, or that's the right, you know, direction, or that's the right idea you need to like pursue. It's also getting little signs inside of you, things that you keep thinking about that you just know you have to do or are right for you. So, oh, there's also double lightning. What's in this card? Choose a new direction has two people, or it has a person and an angel. And there's all of these other people like down here. It's almost like it's your time. It's your moment to choose a direction. And I don't know, this angel is guiding you, offering you a point of reference. Something feels more brilliant to you than the other directions. And then here you have this lightning again. Where was the lightning? Where's this? Oh, so you have this lightning here. And look at that. So something's going to happen in a flash. It's going to feel electric. Oh, I just thought of Bourne's Electric Love, that song. Electric Love. I can't hear, like I can hear it, but I don't have the words. Candy. It starts like candy. She's like candy in my veins or something like that. So whatever is coming through, it's going to feel like it's electrifying you. It's going to feel like electricity. It could be this relationship or this job, whatever it is for you. But it's going to feel like it's like, I'm getting like a battery. Like if the battery was dead and just like, blah, it's like you plug it in, or it's like, you know, it's more like a spiritual thing that comes through that like, you know, like a magical energy that just comes in and zaps you alive again. So look for a sign, guys. Look for a sign if you don't know which way to choose, and start to look for that big bolt of lightning that's going to come through and like light up your way to zap you into movement. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope something came through in there that makes sense to you either now or later and brings you some kind of clarity. I love you so much. You are so special. You are so important. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah.